versus Tahu. Who wins in an all-out brawl between Ninjago and Bionicle?
It looks great.
Boomstick. And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. The year was 1998 when LEGO introduced us to the world of the ninja. Who can forget such classics as Ninpo Big Bat and Ninja Surprise? And the surprise is death! The near death of the LEGO company, in fact. But then, out of the shadows, a decade later, the ninja returned, remade, rebuilt. Ninjago! The story of Ninjago starts in the village of Ignacia. Kai was a simple blacksmith trying to get by with his sister, Nia. Not that he had the patience for his line of work. Kai's fiery streak couldn't be matched. It happens when your parents mysteriously vanish. And that streak continued when some skeleton men kidnapped his sister, and Kai learned that within him lay the power of fire. Thanks to the guidance of Master Wu, he ditched the hammer and anvil and did what any good brother would do. Become a ninja!
Fear of deep water. Fear of Christmas?
Kai mastered the special technique of
Sits next to Chapo Rome on the battle bus.
Well, it's
Okay.
a precise use of perfect balance to deliver dozens of focus strikes and rapid. Yeah, Tornado Ninja, got it. He can fly, pull in foes, and summon his elemental power all around. And you know what that is. Fire! Yes, Kai can throw fireballs, resist extreme heat, form protective barriers of flame, and even conjure a fiery rising dragon. Basically shifting his Spinjitzu into a more powerful draconic form. So Kai teamed up with Master Wu's other students, Jay, Cole, and Zane, to make a
Don't forget
team of
Lloyd,
teenage
if he was in the
ninjas.
series.
Lego Kai, not Turtle Kai. On a mission to gather the 4 golden weapons and defeat the evil Lord Garmadon. He's the one who kidnapped Kai's sis. But hey, I've seen the Lego movie. This should be easy. He's a Lego bitty guy. If he gets
It's a different
caught up, he just
continuity.
pop back together. Nope. Ninjago treats their characters like actual people, not Lego pieces. Except for in the movie, but that's part of the Lego movie continuity, not Ninjago itself. Oh, so Kai can take a hit, but he's not putting himself back together like everything is awesome.
Nope.
Which makes his
I always thought Emmett would be the first Lego character on Death
Long
Battle.
ago, the golden weapons were forged by the first Spinjitzu master to create the continent of Ninjago. Kai eventually gained the golden sword of fire, through which he can channel his elemental power. Fire. So much so that if Kai is surrounded by a bunch of fire, he can use it all for a mega-sized Spinjitzu burst. Unfortunately, Kai wasn't the easiest teammate to work with. Eager to rescue Nia, he went it alone, until he was tricked into helping Garmadon escape imprisonment. Whoops. Yeah, bummer. But it wasn't all bad. They got all the golden weapons. And with his sister rescued, Kai vowed to become a real elemental master and prove he wasn't just hot air. So he got to training when he wasn't slacking off and playing video games. Befitting a ninja and a pro gamer, Kai is a master of stealth, can climb any surface, and is incredibly fast. He's dodged lightning and is even a match with Jane, who can outrun his own elemental dragon, which, according to the Ninjago Visual Dictionary, can apparently fly at light speed. Yes, this is an official book. If that wasn't enough, other ninjas like Cole are so strong they can shake an entire mountain. So even as a wild child, Kai's team kept him in check across a dozen seasons of blocky ninja action, where, frankly, nothing was off the table. Who could forget the virtual world season, the time travel season, the ghost season, really anything that would sell toys. Meaning, Kai picked up plenty of ninja gear. Swords, grappling hooks, shurikens, a motorcycle, a wingsuit for flight, but swords of fire remained his weapons of choice. Once, when Garmadon combined the golden weapons into a mega weapon, Kai and his bros went to the past to get them back, then pushed themselves to the limit, using the golden weapons to overload the mega weapon with so much energy, it exploded into a star. While this did destroy the golden weapons, creating enough energy to ignite a star is absurd. For a mass to become a star, it must first cross a critical temperature threshold of approximately 4 million degrees Celsius. And over time, Kai's fire got so strong, he could melt down those same golden weapons. But no matter how powerful he became, Kai's hot-headedness kept getting in his own way. Come on, Kai oozes main character energy. He was sure to get the title of Green Ranger, or Green Ninja, the one destined to be the leader of the team and take down Garmadon once and for all.
That's
right?
Lloyd.
No. Kai was chosen by Master Wu, but that didn't mean he was the chosen one. That honor belonged to the up-and-comer Lloyd, who happened to be Garmadon's son and Wu's nephew. Typical Nepo, baby. But even if Kai wasn't the chosen one, he still had a big role to play in protecting Lloyd. In a surprising act of humility, Kai chose to guide Lloyd until he could defeat Garmadon. And the threats just got wilder from there. But he always rose to the challenge. Kai's defeated Karloff, the Master of Metal, and trained Wildfire, the Master of Heat. With his teammates, he took down the Great Devourer, a snake goddess that could consume the continent, and Nanakon, a djinn that could lift half of Ninjago's landmass into the sky. And when these crystal weirdos had him on the ropes, Kai did a jump up, kick back, whip around, and spin to achieve his ultimate power, the Dragon Form. With this, Kai gets a huge boost in power, can fight on par with demonic Onis, and can even harm the Overlord, the source of all evil in the world, who was as strong as the first Spinjitzu Master. Remember, the creator of Ninjago itself. Then, by uniting with his pals, they summoned a giant golden dragon that obliterated the Overlord.
Oh,
Sayonara,
sounds like Ghidorah.
That's the power of found family and money.
$500, yeah.
Far and wide, where he beat the odds time and time again. Because, hothead chosen one or not, within Kai was the fire of a ninja.
Yep.
It was the year 2000, and the Lego company was in shambles. Straddled with debt and risking closure, they needed a brand new idea to turn things around. They needed something epic, something that was Lego but for big kids who loved lore. Enter Bionicle. Bionicle begins on the island of Matanui, when 6 mysterious canisters arrived at the home.
Like the island from Moana?
With help from a weird stone and this little guy Takua, out popped 6 very marketable warriors. The Toa. They were Kopaka, Gali, Kohatu, Lua, Unua, and their self-proclaimed leader,
Tahu.
But what were the Toa? Tahu had no freaking idea. He and the others had no memory of what, who, why, where, all that important stuff. Nothing. Dead empty. But even as
Name means burning my ori. Choking hazard. Yeah. All Legos are choking hazards.
No, wait, not literally. I mean this creepy guy, Makuta, who just loves slaughtering the Matorans with his army of monsters. Thus, the Toa Mata battled all manner of beasts with their elemental powers. And as the Toa of Fire, you can guess what Tahu was bringing. Guns! Oh, fire. Yeah, okay. Even early on, Tahu could shoot fire, set his sword ablaze, melt thousands of tons of sand into glass, and even stop a volcanic eruption. But even more importantly, he surfs on lava! Oh man, that's so cool! I mean, hot. Tahu's fire is so hot that it can reportedly melt any known substance. Anything. And on the rare occasion that his own fire isn't enough, he can absorb flames from his foes and surroundings. But it would take all his might to face Matanui's trials and gather the Kanohi masks. Magic masks that give extra powers, and the Toa scooped up a bunch of them. With his mask of shielding, Tahu can make an energy barrier that blocks all kinds of attacks. There's also
a lot of masks.
Telekinesis, super strength, super speed, and X-ray vision. And from his mentor, Bakama, Tahu gained the Mask of Time.
Looks like he might have a little more than Kai then.
On the user, it's worth the risk when it can slow targets to a standstill. Plus, these masks can be swapped out whenever Tahu wants, thanks to a cyber totem that stores them all. Which came in handy as the Toa battled monsters across Matanui. Like the Apoka, a beast that could fire lightning, which Tahu had to dodge multiple times. But even from the start,
So both Kai and Tahu dodged lightning then.
Preferred going solo, even if it meant leaving his Toa brethren in the dark. Tahu tried to take on some big bads all by himself, and it went even worse than you think. He lost his powers. And he lost all the rest of his team's powers. Awkward. But Tahu kept pushing forward, accepting his team as his siblings, overcoming his weaknesses, and rebuilding himself. Literally. By jumping into a pool of liquefied cyber juice to become the Toa Nuva. Now boasting twin magma swords and later some slick adaptive armor, Tahu can fly and use his fire in new supercharged ways. He can conjure fire cages, create lava pits, and steal the heat from other living beings. So much so that the process freezes them solid. As the Toa Nuva, Tahu and his team are among the strongest.
Would that be a win con for him?
Just as mighty as
Could he do that to Kai then?
The Toa Inaika, who defeated Umbra, a living beam of light. It was tough, but with some clever thinking and a mirror trap, they used Umbra's own super speed against him. But perhaps Tahu's most impressive ability is the forbidden annihilation that it causes is unforgivable. The Nova Blast! Using all of his elemental energy at once, Tahu can unleash a blast so powerful that it can potentially destroy all of Motunui. Not Motunui the island, oh no, Motunui is also the planet. And not just any planet, but a living celestial being that became a planet. Oh boy, here we go. If you think stuff like Warhammer and Elder Scrolls have too much lore, you're not ready for Bionicle lore. Don't even get me started on the shattering of Fierce Magma and the betrayal of the League of Six Kingdoms. But more than any physical power, Tahu was learning that a good leader isn't just one who leads, but is willing to be led. So he faced Motunui's final trial, the Mask of Light. The legendary Toa of Light was destined to defeat Makuta and save Motunui. It's obviously going to be main character Tahu, right? Right? Of course not. Turns out, the Toa of Light was Takua. Oh yeah, the little guy who opened the capsules at the very beginning. The Toa were tasked with guiding this new member, something Tahu found surprising, but ultimately accepted for the good of the group. Good thing too, because they needed to be a solid team when they finally learned their true purpose. The whole reason they were built in the first place, waking up God. Long ago, the great spirit Motunui charted the depths of space, until the Makuta pterodax poisoned Motunui like a cancer. Tahu and the Toa were meant to act like white blood cells, protecting the heart of Motunui and, should he fall, resurrect him. Yeah, Makuta Matata's whole plan was to amass an army.
Did you say Makuna Matata? Like Hakuna Matata?
The universe. And he actually pulled it off. But Tahu and his team were ready to fight back, with every generation of Toa joining together to reawaken Motunui. Then, alongside the Toa of Light, Tahu went on an epic quest for his final toy variant. Upgrade. The Golden Armor. Screw you, Takua. He's getting a gold mask anyway. This armor not only increases Tahu's own power by several hundred magnitudes,
that's a lot.
but also absorbs the powers of those it defeats for Tahu to use. Just in time for all the Toa to come together for the final battle of good versus evil. Motunui versus Makuta pterodax. Giant planet mech versus giant planet mech. Oh man, that's awesome. With his new armor, Tahu annihilated Makuta's forces, destroying the slug-like Krata and taking their powers. Like heat vision, quick healing, teleportation, improved accuracy, and disintegration. And giving Motunui the chance to strike down Makuta for good. Lego God was pretty spent though. But before he took a well-deserved nap, he trusted his final message and the new world to Tahu. I guess he really is the main character. Tahu led the way for the Toa, Matorans, and all the other peoples to create a new world. One for all Toa to see, shoulder to shoulder, united in duty and bound in destiny. For that is the way of the Bionicle. All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities. It's time for a stop-motion death battle!
Yep. Oh, this looks awesome. Stop motion's great.
The merge brought some weird ones. Let's see what you can do. Get off this island, pal, or you'll be nothing but hot ash. Huh? Spin Jitsu! I will not break!
We'll see. I forgot the name of the animation company or stop motion company that did this, but props to them, kudos to them, because it looks awesome.
Time to heat things up. Ninja, go!
Yep, here's his dragon form. A bubble. Sick. Whoa. Huh. That's his X-ray vision mask. The soundtrack sounds great too. Ooh. Is that his golden mask or whatever? Huh. I'm sure Kai could do something like that too. He's dragon form. And there's his golden mask. The Tahu, the Bionicle. That's the move that's going to destroy the planet. Figured he might be saving that to last. Oh, that's beautiful. Fiery. He's melting. That's it.
Guess I was too hot for him.
Yes, you were.
This match was not an easy call. Let's build this set.
I'm sure it wasn't. Build this set. Nice.
First up, speed. With all that fire spinning around, staying one step ahead was super important. Tahu could dodge Evoca's lightning, but Kai and the rest of the OG ninjas are as quick as dragons that move at light speed.
Meanwhile, the Toa and Aika could not keep up with Umbra, a light speed entity. And the Anika are similar in stats to the Toa Nuva.
Tahu definitely got a leg up with that golden armor, but Kai's got way more speed amps, like Rising Dragon, Air Jitsu, and the Dragon Form. Speed goes to Kai.
However, while Kai was running circles around Tahu, the Toa's arsenal had plenty of counters.
Kai's packing flaming swords, wingsuits, supercars, motorcycles, even a mech or two. All cool stuff, but Tahu can stop time.
Exactly. With all the Kenobi
Arsenal
masks
goes to
plus
him
the
then.
Chrono powers,
I
the Toa
figured.
of Fire had
He had
plenty
a
of
lot.
abilities Kai did not have a direct answer for. In theory, the Mask of Time alone could nullify Kai's speed advantage.
Yeah, too bad it hurts real bad to use. Like, really, really bad. Just one use almost took out Vakama. There's a reason why the Toa don't whip this out every time there's a new monster of the week.
So Tahu could not reliably depend on the Mask of Time for a win without serious risk of a self-KO. But he has dozens of other unique powers. The Masks of Shielding, Speed, and Strength help him keep up with Kai. Add in golden armor powers like Heat Vision, Quick Healing, and improved accuracy, and Tahu has has the wider arsenal.
Yep.
A lucky shot with disintegration could be enough to tip the scale.
If Kai didn't dodge with his way better speed. So this all comes down to power. Firepower!
Firepower.
Tahu's best move is the Nova Blast, which can wipe out a planet. But Kai's power created a freaking star.
Yeah, it's way better.
Classic ninja move. The Ninja Star.
Well, a star was made, that's been confirmed multiple times, but it was a team effort utilizing all the golden weapons. Kai's clearly not blasting people with the power of a star on a regular basis, but neither is
Obviously.
Tahu with the Nova Blast.
He would just
a move
incinerate
we technically have never actually seen reach planetary levels of destruction. Only heard of it.
Yeah, the Toa usually battle monsters that can break mountains, like the Borok. Well, Kai and Co fight foes who tear apart the entire continent of Ninjago. Not like Tahu was throwing hands with Super Mecha Makuta. That was Manui's job. Still, the Star and Nova Blasts are their absolute peaks.
A star's gravitational binding energy far exceeds that of a planet's. Even dividing it between the 4 weapons vastly exceeds any of Tahu's best showings.
And hey, Kai's still the one who lit the fire. His own flame can melt the golden weapons, and even this
So he could do the same with Tahu's
song.
song.
Got the combined power of a star. That's right, Ninjago's got that epic lore too.
Furthermore, Tahu's fire can reportedly melt
Fire.
any known substance. Giving benefit of the doubt taking this literally, the material with the highest known melting point in the universe is tantalum hafnium carbide, an extremely rare compound that NASA likes to test rockets with because it doesn't melt until around 4,000 degrees Celsius. Extremely impressive.
Yeah, but when
Nice.
you're talking stars, melting point kinda goes out the window.
Indeed,
Yeah.
initiating stellar fusion requires temperatures in excess of 4 million degrees. Far higher than anything Tahu has generated or survived. Certainly capable of overwhelming him, even with all his defenses.
So the Red Ninja is bringing in a
Yep.
whole lot more firepower.
While it's possible Tahu's wider
Yeah.
arsenal could land a victory,
Kai takes
Kai's
speed and
significant
firepower,
advantages
and
in
Tahu
speed
takes
and
arsenal.
power means he wins this more often than not.
Alright, let's see who's next.
To a whole new level, and Tahu just had to let go.
The winner is
Nice.
the Red Ninja, Kai.
Alright, awesome
Next
job,
time
Kai.
on Death Battle.
Who's up next? No way! Mewtwo versus Shadow again?
Subscribe and join as a member to see more Death Battle. Thanks for watching.
That was an awesome battle, guys. They did so great with the stop motion animation. That's the first stop motion animated death battle ever. And like I said, hopefully it's not the last. It definitely won't be because there's a lot more Lego matchups they could do. Like Emmett versus Jesse, but that'd be hard to do in stop motion because Emmett's the only Lego character in that matchup, so they'd probably have to do that one just fully animated. But I'm sure there's other Lego versus Lego matchups out there. Like, I don't know, I just haven't looked, but I know they're out there. Cause or they don't have to do just Lego matchups in stop motion. They can do a lot of other matches in stop motion. Like, I don't know, something. But yeah, this was great. And I found out the name of the channel that did the stop motion animation. It's Apartment D Films. So props to them. Kudos to you guys. You animated an awesome death battle. That's definitely one of my favorites of this season. I'm not even into Ninjago or Bionicle yet, and I still really enjoyed this. It was great. And yeah, but next time on Death Battle we have Shadow versus Mewtwo. We're finally getting the rematch. It's a complete coincidence that like 12 years, like 12 days ago, almost 2 weeks ago at this point, Brandon Yates released a music track from Mewtwo vs. Shadow called DN Apex. I went to the comments for it after finishing watching this death battle, and people said, "You conjured Shadow vs. Mewtwo into existence." I knew they'd say that. I didn't know who was going to be at first, because I looked at the lab and I was like, who is that? But then I saw Shadow and Mewtwo and I was like, no way. They're redoing it. And Shadow's definitely going to win this time. He's gotten a lot more upgrades and buffs since his last go-round. Like, he has his Doom powers and, like, everything new now. And I hope they use some of his footage from Sonic Movie 3. That'd be awesome. And, like, yeah. And I thought I saw Shadow Mewtwo, but no, that was just Mega Mewtwo X from Pokémon Tournament. I don't really know if Mewtwo's gotten any more buffs since his last go-round. Sorry, I keep saying that. It just rolls off the tongue really easy and it sounds good, so yeah. But I don't know if Mewtwo's gotten any more upgrades or buffs, but we'll just have to wait and see. I'm not underestimating him because he's Mewtwo. But in terms of who I'm rooting for and betting on for this matchup, 100% Shadow. I have a lot more newfound love, or just I have a lot more love for Shadow in general than I did for him back then. Because back then the first one, Mewtwo vs. Shadow came out back in like 2015 or 2016, I want to say, but I was in elementary school when that came out, and now I'm graduated. That's crazy how long it's been. Like, where did all that time go? Damn. But I am beyond hyped for this one, guys. But what concerns me is that I might be on vacation when this one comes out, because I'm going on vacation at the end of September, so depending on what Sunday this comes out, I may or may not be able to react to it the day it premieres. But if I'm not, then I will react to it first thing when I get back from vacation, I promise you guys. If not, I'll try to do it while I'm on vacation. I don't know, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see, guys. But I am so excited for this one. They better go all out with the animation, the soundtrack, the voice acting, everything. I can't wait to see. Like what each character has, what they bring to the table this time. Like I said, we all know Shadow's gotten a lot of buffs since his last go around with Mewtwo, because he has his Doom powers now that we got in Shadow Generations, and I don't know if Mewtwo has gotten any buffs. We'll just have to wait and see, I guess. But I am so excited for it. I was not expecting that at all. I was expecting something like Luce versus Anne, maybe, because a lot of people have been talking about that one recently. So, maybe they'll do it after this matchup. Guys. I don't know. Like, we'll just have to wait and see. Yeah, because they said they want to do that matchup before it falls out of relevance. So, if we don't get it this season, we're definitely gonna get it next season. It'd be perfect for a season premiere, because usually the death metal premieres in like the early parts of the year, either February or March, and around that time will be the 4-year anniversary of the Owl House. Well, the Owl House is ending. Next year the Owl House will be 7 years old, and yeah, they need to do this matchup soon. But yeah, I wonder what's gonna be after Shadow versus Mewtwo. We still have Kamen Rider Geats versus Nero, and that bonus episode, Light versus Columbo. So we still have those two to look forward to. If we don't get those this season, we'll get them next season, definitely. But yeah. Alright guys, well this is where I'm going to pass it off to you. What did you think of this death battle? Did you enjoy it or did you not enjoy it? Do you agree with the outcome or do you not? Let me know that down in the comments below. And are you as hyped for Shadow vs. Mewtwo as I am? Let me know that as well. And if you enjoyed this reaction video and the death battle, please be sure to give this reaction video a like, as well as the death battle episode. Leave a link in the description of that below so you guys can watch it for yourselves. And yeah, if there's something else, that is all I have for now. So until next time everyone, this is Reaction C50 signing out. Maybe one more thing before I go, be sure you check out my last 2 reactions. Links in the description below to my most recent one, which was up to Jeffy's 22nd birthday. So yeah, sorry I'm talking so fast guys, I'm just so excited for this next death battle. They put Shadow's name first instead of Mewtwo. Shadow's definitely gonna win. He's gotten a lot more buffs. Sorry Mewtwo, I love you, but Shadow's just got it this time. Alright guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have an awesome day. This is Reaction C50 signing out. Peace out everyone.